Ah, spring. It has finally come. We are still in the early stages, and there is still yet snow around. But alas, after an extremely long, very cold and snowy winter, the days grow longer, the land warms up, the ground becomes exposed again as the thaw reclaims the ice. And as for me, well, it's been quite a winter. This is my first winter living off-grid, after all, fully off-grid. And I've been building in the same home I've been sleeping in. Been tending a fire every day, doing the work, getting things done. So as this time moves forward and things warm up, I will continue the work and I will make updates on how it goes. But for this particular episode, I will be showing how I am creating siding for my cabin, the exterior siding, that is. And I will be doing it out of local lumber, cedars to be exact. That's what this kind of tree is. I have many cedars on the land here. Many cedars. And they're a very special tree. If you'd like to know why, it is because cedar wood has unique properties that allows it to resist rot. And it is extremely useful for siding and other applications. It has a pleasant odor. It stains well, works well. It's incredibly soft wood, so you can't use it for structural applications. But aside from that, it is a very remarkable wood. So in the process of attaining cedar, I've been carefully choosing large specimens from way back in the land and using, well, primitive techniques to get them over to my sawmill tent. For you here, I have many selected logs of various sizes. A lot of them, unfortunately, have some sort of rot inside. This must be a natural part of their life cycle after all. As they grow larger, their core becomes somewhat pungy and rotten out. But aside from those factors, the wood outside remains good and can still be harvested into boards. There are many specimens, and this is only a handful of trees at that. I might need a few more to get all the wood I really require. But I won't be running out anytime soon. I've gotten this thing cleared out of sawdust. I'll be booting it up. Got a nice ice skating rink down here, as there's clearly nothing I can do about it in this current stage. Should I have to level it out and make adjustments so that I can get straight cuts, that is what will be done. But the weather is quite lovely. Quite lovely indeed, I should say. So, I think it's time. Time to begin making siding, and I'll show that process. Okay, log is loaded. Sawmill at the ready. And make my first cuts. Got the water handy. Let's see how it goes. All right, first cut. Now let's see how it looks. So I did a tapered edge, and to achieve that effect, there's probably a better way to do it than I've been, but just a small strip of wood, half an inch or so, on one side to prop it up. And then to do the other side is quite simple. You just remove that edge and cut another one. Oh yes. Oh yes. See how thin it is on that side? And then the exposed side, about an inch and a quarter, which is what I'm going for. Not going for perfect measurements, but we need that tapered edge, and we don't want them too thin. As you can see, it's very flexible, but it will hold up a long time, especially after it's installed and stained and dried out fully. So that's a good start. Now with this log, it's quite a shame. I might not get that many pieces out of it. Out of these sections, I can cut some straight boards. So I'll be able to get as much as I can out of it, but yeah, that's just, that's how it goes. I'll make the rest and show how it looks. So I've made all of the cuts I think I'll be able to. Gotten all of the wood off of this log that should be accessible. Well, could maybe get one more board here. But as you can see, it's not looking too good on the inside. Much like a carcass that has been picked clean of all of its meat. There are not many more boards that can be got out of this, save for one here. So, with that, I'm able to get some pretty good lumber. Some decent straight boards. Let's take a look at the pile. From one log, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 nice big slabs of siding plus 6 or 7 decent pieces of lumber. Some of them will need to be shortened down, fixed up a little bit in post-production, but it's good wood. And that's just one tree. There's a lot more here. There's a lot more out there. So I'm not going to show the process of doing the rest of them, but I will show the process of putting up the siding and how that's done. Because it is quite exciting. Exciting. Yeah. All right. And so it has been a few days. Even less snow now. Quite a lovely day, actually. High 60s. These are the boards, dried out by the sun, using this tool, this draw shave, to remove the bark from the edges so that they become smooth. And then they are applied to the wall. This is what I've got so far. 6 rows. Probably need another 7 or 8 to get up there. They are going to be decreasing in width as they go up, trying to go for some semblance of uniformity. However, so far, they do look quite aesthetic, and they should do their job well. After they've sat up for a bit, dried out in the sun, I can go back and sand them, and perhaps stain them this year. If not, leave them for next year. But alas, I'll probably need more trees. It's going to take more than I originally anticipated, but it is well worth it. I have many here still, and I have many cut for the opposite side. So, it's coming along. It's getting really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in completion. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I salute you. And you may ask, why do you do this? What is it all for? What is the value to be gained from producing your own siding, building your own cabin, and living off-grid in this way? Well, there are a couple of reasons, which is why I've decided to make this step. One, very practical. If you've ever been to a hardware store and you've seen the price of cedar siding, you would be shocked. And most people don't realize that we actually have the tools and the trees and the means to produce this stuff ourselves. And that can be said for a lot of things, actually. More people are capable of building their own abode than we may realize. And if I do this work now, and I create just a small shed, a tiny home, to get started with, then it's not as though I'm going to just finish with that. There's a lot more work yet to do. More structures, more buildings, and in a couple years' time, should everything be all right, I can begin work on a much larger, much more impressive house. And that will be done in the same way, with lots of stone and steel and lumber. And surely it will cost a lot, and it will not be done within a year, maybe not even 3 years, but it will be done. So why would I want to do this, you may ask? Well, Maybe I know the direction that things are going, and I see the signs around me, and I'm concerned by them. Maybe I don't want to spend my life working for a house that I'm paying off for 15, 30 years, paying mortgages, getting caught up in debt and interest, just to have something that passes, acceptable, something that works, and in return, I trade all of my time and energy to achieve it. In a city, in a suburb, in a neighborhood, well, I decided not to take that path. And to get to where I am now, take it from me, it wasn't easy. I spent many years preparing, acquiring tools, learning skills, and reading many books. However, the real practice comes with applying and learning as you go along. And I am not all the way there yet. It's going to take a while to get all the way there. Maybe I've tried and failed before, and maybe people won't believe me until the work is done. Because some people, they really need to see it first. So, that is my goal. I'm going to show it, and I will prove that it can be done. And if you want to do it too, then what is stopping you? You have to sacrifice a lot of the modern comforts for a lot more traditional ones. People for hundreds of years lived this way without many issues. There's a lot of things that people lived through before this modern technology and society came amongst us and really changed it a lot. Well, I believe that there will be a reckoning, and there will be a hard wake-up call for a lot of people very soon as they realize they can't even afford an apartment or a small home, no matter how hard they work, no matter what job they have, because they're not taking care of it on their very own. So, let this be encouragement and inspiration that if you want to do it, if you want to try it the way I do, it's not that hard actually. Buy a camper, buy a van, get a tent, buy some land, pay for it in full, or get it cheap at least, and get started. Get trees, get access, water, hunting. It's all there. God provides all the things we need. So, it's not an easy road, but is one that I would rather follow over any other option, because I know where this can lead if I do it right, and I'll work on it every day until I actually get there. So until I do, thank you for watching.